Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a Magic Review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do another one from TCC, doing another review for TCC Magic. Have you seen this? The mini e-ITR. What could all of that mean? Well, think about it. Mini means small, right? Like that. E means electric. What? Yes, a small electric invisible thread reel. Wow. This went to Blackpool. This sold out at Blackpool. I know you're listening now. This little ITR was presented by K.Pen and TCC Magic and made its debut in 2025 at the Blackpool convention. It sold out immediately. It allows you to perform every single classic ITR effect imaginable. So levitations, animations, rising card, invisible touch, haunted deck, balancing effects, dancing paper balls, you name it. And it's also compact enough to hide in your clothing, under your watch band, inside a wristband, inside your wallet, inside a tuck case, ready to go anywhere, anytime. You want to see how small it is? I'm going to show you how small it is. It is literally this big. This is how big the ITR is. Look, it's that big, that flat. This is an electronic invisible thread reel. 3 meters of invisible thread. And you caught me on a day where I actually have a watch. Look at that. It's practically the same size as the edge of my smartwatch right there, which means right there with the thread facing out, I'm not even going to adjust it. Look, it goes right there. So that could be your electronic thread, self-retracting. So you pull it out, do your stuff, let go, zips up right there. That's crazy. Crazy. Has a 20-minute charge. You can charge it from dead to full in about 20 minutes. You want to charge it off of your PC. Okay, don't use a fast charger. Sometimes fast chargers only work for like big things like your phone or like your Nintendo Switch. Don't use a fast charger for something small like this. Okay, you want it to charge naturally, and it's only gonna take 20 minutes, so you're fine. It's got on-off switch, which is good. And the hole for the IT is right there. That's all there is. On-off switch, USB, hole right there. And then inside this, that's the question we have with ITR, right? We want to know, okay, what's the spool like? I'm going to show you the spool. This is a picture of the spool. Yes, it is tiny. It is tiny. It's called the shadow reel, okay? 3 meters of thread. And it comes preloaded with the wax, $5. That's it, $5. And you want to know how to load it? You eject the old one, click in the new one, and you're done. That's it. That's it. Eject it and put it back in. What happens when you break a thread? Same thing. So you snap the end snapped off, right? You're gonna turn it off because what's gonna happen is your motor's gonna keep spinning because it doesn't know to stop. You'll turn it off and then eject it. Once it's ejected, there's your end right there. You can hold it in your hands and see it. Just put your wax back on it, snap it right back in. It's that simple, okay? And they're gonna give you a little piece of tape to help buffer the wax coming back, but just test it out. Cut it, just test it, cut it, put it on. I know this from experience. Test it, cut it, put it on. If it doesn't work, rip it off, try it again. Just you'll see when you see it, right? But just keep playing around with it. You'll have to keep playing around with everything. So no matter where you put it here, you put it in your pocket, you put it in a tuck case, wherever you put it, you're gonna have to practice. You're gonna have to say, does this position work for me? Can I get action out of it from here? Maybe I wanna put it in my breast pocket. That's where I've always worn ITRs before. So you can put it there. Lots of things. You could duct tape or use black electrical tape and put a safety pin on it and clip it to the inside of your pocket. You could turn it back into one of the old schoolers if you wanted to. There's lots of ideas you could do. And all of those ideas are on the 30-minute video. In the 30-minute video, they talk about what you get. They talk about how to charge it, how to set it up, and how to wear it. And then, like I said, they'll tell you what to do when the thread breaks. They'll show you all the tricks you could do if you put it under a watch, and they're going to use red string for this section. So they'll show you what it looks like, a little demo. Then they'll go back to the studio, and then with red string, they'll show you the invisible touch effect, which is like a PK effect, the haunted deck, a telekinesis sponge ball, how to make cards, like a deck of cards, fall over. And then they'll show you what you could do if you attached it to your clothes. The card balance on hand, I thought was amazing. That looks magical. The rolling the tissue over your sleeves, that's a stage effect. I've seen magicians do that live on stage. That's a crazy thing. And then there's some closing thoughts. So pocket space, it's not even pocket space, right? It's under the watch space. It's made to be small. So pocket space isn't even a thing in this. And what a small device to carry. It used to be a whole lot of rigmarole to carry an ITR with you. And now it's like super, super easy. So that's cool. There's nothing as far as angles. That's the whole point behind IT. No angles, right? Because you can't see it. It's invisible. And there's also nothing to inspect. Again, it's invisible, right? So nothing there. And as far as slice and difficulty level, working with IT is unlike anything else. Okay? It just is. IT is its own ball of wax. Pun intended. But you can't compare it to anything else. And really, IT is polarizing. You either love it or you hate it. Nobody is indifferent to it. Right? Thumbs up or thumbs down below if you love it or hate it. Watch the comments. You'll see. I bet you money no one's going to say, I could take it or leave it. I'm indifferent to it. I'll use it sometimes. No. You do have to have good eyesight. Glasses helps, of course. So does a magnifying glass. Sometimes finding that little end, it can be straining. Use a white napkin or white cloth or a white tablecloth. If you hold it up against like even a white sheet of paper, that is a great way to find your end. So that could save you a lot of time looking for your ends. Negatives, again, you're gonna have to figure out your performance style and how it works best. This is not a one and done, all right? There's no secret to like, oh yeah, just put it under your watch and it's gonna work. Just put this piece of tape on the unit and it's gonna work. You're gonna have to play with it because everyone's needs are a little different. You might want it to do a certain thing, somebody else wants it to do something else. They might find it works better in their breast coat pocket. You might find it works better under your watch. You're gonna have to play around with it. Don't just stick it on your watch and go, oh, I don't like it here. I guess I don't like it. You gotta keep playing with it. You gotta keep playing with it and move it around. This is not gonna be a quickie, okay? And that's, again, it's the nature of IT. That's just the way IT is, okay? You gotta marry it. You gotta go all in. You gotta go all in. But the things you can do with IT are insane. They are insane. So yeah, a lot of effects you can do with this. And I love the ejection system. That's so cool. And it's under $100, $65. $65. And you get an electronic device that's USB chargeable. A USB chargeable electronic ITR. And on top of that, it's small and it's discreet. And on top of that, refills are only $5. At that point, I would just buy like 10 refills and call it a day. I'd buy 10 refills and just say, I'm set for life. Right? I wouldn't go out the door without a refill in my back pocket. Because the way you want to do it is, if your thread breaks, you just want to snap a new refill in and then go home and fix it later. That's way easier. Keep a couple refills on your person. If you're doing walk around at a restaurant or at a bar, then you're always ready to go. You don't want to spend 15 minutes in the bathroom looking for your thread end, right? Get some refills. Take my advice. Mini EITR, K.Pen, TCC Magic. I want to thank TCC Magic for allowing me to have this so I could do the review for you. Stick around. I got one more thing I want to show you right after this. Hey everybody, before you go, I got one more thing to tell you about, one more thing to show you, because I know your time is valuable, so is mine, right? And rather than just give you one video, one review, and that's it, let me give you two. Let me give you two. I'll come back to this. I'll talk about it some more. But while we're here, while we're talking, let's cover one more base. This is the EDC holder from TCC Magic. When I first saw this, I thought, oh, it's something that holds your EDCs, like holds cards, holds coins, holds packet tricks. No. Think of this as more of a Swiss Army knife. It's a Swiss Army knife for magicians. You can carry it on a clip, so it can rest on your pocket or your belt loop, right? And it's multi-tool, so it has a little side, and then another side, and then another side, and then another side. It does 4 things. What does it do? Well, first, it's a flash paper load. You can quickly access flash paper for visual vanishes or dramatic productions. It just pops right out, like out of a little dispenser. Think of it as a tissue box that expels flash paper. It also does the same thing for double-sided tape. So one side discreetly applies tape to your finger or your cards for very clean vanishes and reveals. It also dispenses invisible thread. Now you'll never be without it. You can retrieve a strand instantly wherever you are. And lastly, it also includes a blister effect, which means you can reveal a symbol or a prediction as a blister on your skin for a powerful finale. That's right, it does all 4 of those things, okay? It doesn't do any magic in and of itself. You're gonna get a tutorial that walks you through how to load all those various compartments, right? And what you'll need. But for 28 bucks, you get a little, let's call it a magic Swiss Army knife that clips onto your belt loop, right? You could conceal it underneath your jacket pocket. So when you're out there performing in the real world and you're thinking, oh, that flash paper didn't work, or I think doing something funny with flash paper right now would be funny, or even a spectator says, well, can you make fire up here? Now you can. You just tuck down, pull off a little sheet of flash paper, ball it up, go over to their dinner candle, and poof, right? Same thing with double-sided tape. If you realize that the card on the bottom isn't the one that has the sticky stuff on it, or the card on the top is missing its sticky stuff, or the tack, you want to make something disappear, anything the spectator hands you, you instantly apply a little piece of double stick tape, stick it under their cup or their dinner plate or the bottom of your shoe, and it's gone. And same thing with IT. How many times have you had IT break? Now you have a little tiny dispenser that'll shoot out a little thread you need whenever, and it has a blister effect as well. So a fun little EDC that does 4 things. I just wanted to tell you about it. 28 bucks. Of course, I'll circle back to this again and we'll do a full review for it later, but why not give you 2 reviews in one? All right.